Hey, what's going on, good people? Today, what I wanted to talk about was the upcoming event, November 22nd, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You got the main event, showdown, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. That's going to be the main event due to David Benavidez, of course. Yarde is really kind of like a journeyman at this point. I don't see him as somebody who's going to be champ again. And if he does happen to get a championship, he's not going to be the face of the division. I just don't see it. David Benavidez, who's moving up from super middleweight, the guy who Canelo Alvarez ducked and did not want to fight because, of course, he did not want to deal with that high volume punching. So I'm assuming he already knew through the ranks of just talking that this guy was going to be a serious problem. I'm talking about just in gym circles, not necessarily watching his fights on TV and stuff like that, but just through his management, they already knew this guy's too much. We don't want to deal with him. If we do deal with him, we want 250 million, throwing out crazy numbers, right? Which would be worth it because legacy is on the line. So Canelo Alvarez did not want to fight David Benavidez for that reason. So anyway, David Benavidez ended up moving up from super middleweight because it was harder for him to make super middleweight anyway. He moved up to light heavyweight. So he's moving up to light heavyweight to fight Anthony Yarde, which he's already had one fight. He became WBC lightweight heavyweight champion of the world. So that's David Benavidez, the main draw on the card out of all the fighters that's on the card. Also, on the same card, you got Jesse Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez. Jesse Rodriguez is the WBC super flyweight champion, and you got the WBA Fernando Martinez, who's the WBA champion. So you got a WBC versus WBA clashing in a unification. Whoever comes out gonna be crowned Ring Magazine. Ring Magazine just means the best in the division, or somebody who unified, regardless of whether people think they're the best or not. They're going to be crowned Ring Magazine champion. Like, for example, Terrence Crawford, Ring Magazine champ of the super middleweight division. Now, can he beat everybody in the super middleweight division? He definitely has a chance. And when you unify, you automatically going to be crowned Ring Magazine champ. So that Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez, that's going to be the most action-packed fight. You got two pressure fighters, one from Argentina, that's Fernando Martinez, and then you got Jesse Bam Rodriguez from Mexico. Both are pressure fighters, and that's going to be the most action-packed fight on the card. Next, after that, you have Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes. Anybody know Abdullah Mason? Young, I think Abdullah Mason is like 19 years old. This guy's the real deal. He's 19 or 20, but he's the real deal, young up-and-coming fighter in the lightweight division. Currently, I think he's the WBC lightweight champion. He's a boxer. He can box real good, but he also has the power to stop you. He's shown that he has stopping power. So he's like a boxer puncher. He's somebody that you can't get caught slipping on. He'll knock you out. But then he's also going to box your head off. Sam Noakes, I know very little about this guy except for right now. He's going to be in trouble November 22nd if he's not prepared and if he's not up to par. So if he's prepared, it won't matter if he's not up to par, meaning just his pedigree. If he's not up to par, he's going to take some serious punishment this night. And that should be an action-packed fight, depending on Sam Noakes' style, how things lay out. But Abdullah Mason, he definitely goes in for the kill, even though he's going to box your head off, especially within the first few rounds. He's going to box your head off. So that's just a short, quick rundown on that card. You got a couple more fights. You got Brian Norman Jr., who is I think he's the WBO welterweight champion, and he'll be putting his title on the line against Devin the Dream Haney. Haney name has kind of went down, you know, after the Ryan Garcia fight, and you know, his name has kind of went down in the mud a little bit due to that fight and the magnitude of it, and Ryan Garcia having like a big following, and they were doing a lot of back and forth. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney is an awesome fighter. I mean, the guy, I mean, he's a former champion, so a former champion in the lightweight division, but he's moving up to the welterweight division to take on, I mean, bigger guys. You know, Brian Norman Jr. is a champion in the welterweight division, WBO champ, so we'll see, and that's going to be a serious test for both fighters. It's going to be, they're both different. Haney is more of a boxer. He's not a boxer puncher. He's just a boxer, and he's going to try to box his head off. Brian Norman Jr. is more of just a slugger, you know, banger, meaning he wants to get in, work the body, work the head. You know, he's really just trying to do a lot of damage. He's not necessarily trying to outpunch you, even though he can box, but he's definitely trying to land hard shots. So he's like almost like a brawler, you know. He wants to get close in on you, then he wants to trade punches and see if he's stronger than you. So Devin the Dream Haney, we'll have to see. That's gonna be a tough fight for both fighters, because he has to get in on Haney. Haney has an awkward defensive style, so he doesn't have the style of somebody easy to get in and land your punches. You know, thinking about him and Ryan Garcia was able to land that left hook early in the fight. I don't know what was going on with Haney, but he was not prepared for that left hook. Matter of fact, Brian Norman Jr.'s last fight, he stopped the guy with a left hook. So we're gonna see how that pans out. You know, also on the same card, you got Arthur Beterbeiv. This card is loaded, man. You got Arthur Beterbeiv taking on some guy, Nicholson. I don't know who this guy is, and I'm pretty sure this is just a tune-up fight. Just staying ready, so he don't have to get ready. I definitely plan on this no-name guy that's hopping in here with Arthur Beterbeiv to take some serious punishment, because Arthur is definitely made up to give out some of the most serious punishment you can take in a ring. So that's the card. I think those are the main fights, which I just named. And like I said, headline is David Benavidez, and they're fighting in Saudi Arabia, where the money is, and that's why they traveling way over there, getting jet lag or whatever, right? Taking risks, going across on the other side of the planet to get that money, which I can't blame them. But anyway, that's it.